Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a spiritual path that has a really clear destination, one that's all about creating harmony, both inside ourselves and out in the world. Okay, so let's kick things off with a pretty fundamental question. Think about it. Whether you're starting a new project or a spiritual journey, what's the point of putting in all that effort if you have no clue where you're actually going? It sounds simple, but it's such a critical first step.
And this ancient saying just nails it. It's this powerful image that tells us a directionless effort isn't just a waste of time. It can actually be dangerous. You can't really avoid pitfalls you can't even see coming.
Right, so if having a clear destination is so important, where do you find that direction? Well, today we're going to look at the Anuttara way, which lays out a really clear path, not just for you as an individual, but for society as a whole.
So the very first goal is all about keeping it real, about authenticity. The idea is to carry forward what's called the True Dharma lineage. Now, Dharma here basically means the essential truth of things. So this is all about passing down an unbroken chain of wisdom, straight from teacher to student, across generations.
And the history here is just wow. It's pretty fascinating. This isn't some new idea that popped up recently. We're talking about a lineage that's traced back through 18 generations of patriarchs in the East. Then it made its way to India for another 28 generations, and then, finally, it came back to the East. That gives these teachings some seriously deep historical roots.
So with that historical foundation set, the path takes a turn, inward. This next part of the journey is all about finding something that's already inside every single one of us, something we might have lost track of or just forgotten about.
The second goal gets right to the heart of it, finding the original mind. It's described as this pure, brilliant consciousness that is our true, authentic nature. The problem is, with all the noise of daily life, chasing after things, all the distractions, we kind of lose touch with it. It gets buried under all those worldly desires.
So, how do you get it back? Well, the third goal gives us a clear roadmap. It's a 5-step method for restoring that original mind. It's a progression, right? You start with focused concentration, which leads you to a deep sense of stillness. From that stillness, you find peace. And it's only from that place of peace that you can really contemplate, which finally leads to attainment, where you directly experience your true nature.
But here's the thing. Once you find that inner clarity, the journey doesn't just stop there. It actually moves outward. The wisdom you gain on the inside is meant to be put into action in the world, to actively help build a better, more harmonious society for everyone.
The fourth goal is all about living a virtuous life, and it's guided by these really solid ethical frameworks, like the 4 principles and the 5 constant virtues. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're seen as the actual blueprint for creating a just and stable society.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The texts make this fascinating distinction between humans and animals. You see, an animal might show 1 or 2 of these virtues, like a crow's benevolence in feeding its elders, or the righteousness of ants sharing food. But what makes humans unique is our ability to consciously cultivate all 5.
Moving on to the 5th goal, this is about revealing the unified wisdom that's at the core of all the world's great spiritual traditions. The whole point is to show that even though the teachings of the world's great sages might look different on the surface, they're all ultimately pointing toward the same, single, underlying truth. Okay, so we've talked about the history, the inner work, and the outward expression. So that brings us to the ultimate destination. After all of this, what kind of world does this path actually envision? The 6th and final goal is the creation of what's called a world of great unity. And just take a look at this description. It's a society with such deep trust and harmony that people can leave their doors unlocked. It's a world where resources are used for the common good, not hoarded for personal gain. It's a vision of incredible peace and cooperation. And here is the crucial point. The real kicker. The teachings say this world of great unity isn't just some impossible dream, some utopia. It's seen as a potential reality. And it becomes possible when enough people reconnect with their original mind, that innate goodness we talked about earlier. Basically, the inner journey directly creates the outer world. The philosopher Confucius really captured this idea of human responsibility perfectly with this quote. The path, the way, it doesn't just grow on its own. It's up to us, through our own actions and our own inner work, to broaden its influence and make these ideals a reality in the world. And that leaves us with one final crucial question. The whole journey, from that inner discovery all the way to a better world, it really all comes down to our own choices. So the question is,
what does it mean for you to broaden your own path? How are you going to contribute?